And welcome back to the Kyle Suchsland Show. Thank you guys. Bringing the energy on a Sunday night. Just finished watching Riviera and then actually prepped for this show. So how about that? Don't tell me I'm not working. Shout out people saying this isn't a job. This is a job. I sat on the internet and looked up things, okay? It's work, obviously. And already have the calendar updated. We're ahead of game today, okay? So thank you guys for watching. Remember, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment. It doesn't matter how mean or how hateful, whatever you want to say about me. I don't care. Just leave a comment, like it, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. So that's that. Thank you for that. For all of you that haven't, hold on, I'm going to give you a brief moment to pause. All right, I'm going to pause, and then you can go in and comment and subscribe so you don't miss anything. So, ready? Boom. And subscribe. Like. Comment. Okay. I gave you time to do all of those. So if you didn't, fuck you. Hopefully everyone had a great day. You are listening to this. I am recording this at 6:44 p.m. on February 22nd. Calendar's updated. And you are listening to this on the morning of the 23rd. So hopefully everyone had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully everyone had a great time watching the Olympics and all the golf. Just an okay tournament this weekend. Riviera, Rory almost there. So we'll talk a little bit about the Riviera. Go a little bit in the next week at the Cognizant. Love that the Bear Trap there, PGA National. Well, I'll touch a little bit on USA Hockey. Talk about what I did for the game this morning. And then we'll touch Olympics, and then on a secret last topic. So stick around if you want to hear about Punch the Monkey. Stick around. We'll talk about Punch the Monkey at the end. So shout out Riviera. Great week. Not a lot of weather this week, and not a lot of Scotty did his thing. I think Scotty has I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure he's trying this thing this year where he's gonna suck Thursday. And he does something else in his brain on Thursdays. And then he says, okay, let me see how far back I can be. And then try to win it. Which, pretty smart. I think he almost finished top 10. So, my pick did not win. So, actually, you know what? Should we just get to the picks right away? We'll get to the picks right away. Because I know what you guys are here for. This is a gambling. You guys know it's a gambling show. Sam Burns, top 10. Minwoo Lee. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get you guys the actual what they finished at. Scotty finished T12. So that's a loss. Burnsy. Sam Burns didn't make the cut. Minwoo Lee, our Australian friend. Top T12. Okay, and then Cam Young, top 20 was the last pick. Bingo, bango, bongo, take it to the bank, son. Turn the way you move it. Got me in a drink. Teachers for my job. In my jam. Oh no. Winner. Cam Young. T7. 25% people. I mean, let's talk about the things that 25% is great for. I mean, if you're in the MLB and you're batting 250, you're not having a bad season, right? If you win one of every 4 golf tournaments, you're having a great, great year. If I have Chipotle one of every 4 days, I'm having a great 4 days. So 25% is not the end of the world. Now, for gambling, it's probably not great. But if we take that same number and apply it to something completely differently, well, then the number looks like more of like a number, like a different number, but still, it's still a number, but it's a different number. But it's still a number, but it's not the same number as it was before, but it's the different number that really is what I care about now. I don't really care about that old number so much anymore, but I care about that new number way more now. So there's a lot going on in the brain, you know? But at the end of the day, 25% is what my hit was this week. So, like, I mean, there's no way you're gambling that good. And if you are, you're lying to yourself. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're watching this. If you're better than 25%, comment right now because I don't believe you. And you know what? We're on a cold streak, okay, people? I'll admit that. We were 3-13. We added one more, so we're 4-13, 14, 16. We're 4-16. Okay? We're just going to go there. We're going to throw it out there. A little bit of a cold streak. Now, some of these are picking winners for PGA Tour tournaments. Super, super harder than your little... No. This is harder. We're gambling on golf. Okay? It's harder. What do you want me to say? It's harder. It is what it is, people. It's harder. Not great this week. I did prep a little bit more. I know last week I talked a lot about how we're a vibes show. We do things on vibes in this show. We don't really care so much about what the numbers say, even though I just don't listen to what I said about the number. But we more go off vibes and more so that. So it clearly is maybe not working super great. So I pull a little bit more information, not a lot. So we don't want the numbers mess with the brain system information here because this thing is the golden ticket here. Once we get it figured out, it's just like a rowboat. Once we get it rolling, we're going to start hitting pick after pick after pick after pick. Right now, we're not doing so well. So hand up, right? I'm going to say that. Hand up. That's not me. We're going to get better. We're going to dial her in a little bit. We're going to dial the scope in a little bit. So when you shoot your little laser cannon beams, it's going to hit winner, 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 winner. Uh-oh. We're bringing the box shot out. We're going to win all day. Win. That's what we're going to do later. So follow along because it's going to be winning season soon, people. Who would dare text me right now? Oh, no. The Bulls game just started in 9 minutes. That's who dare text me. I got to order my pizza soon. We're not going long today, okay? I'm putting my foot down on this podcast. I don't want to listen to myself talk for an hour, okay? And I know you, as a listener, not one of you has ever made it to the end of this podcast because why would you? So we have to shorten this thing down. It cannot be an hour podcast of me blabbing, okay? It has to be shorter. We have to get guests. So if you would like to come on this podcast, please hit me up on Instagram DMs. We need guests on this podcast. Because for me blabbing, it's just a blab fest, a blabbity blabbity blab, and I'm doing stupid shit in my office right up here, okay? So we gotta hone her in a little bit. So Riviera, shout out our good friend Jacob Bridgeman. Jacob, I know we're good friends. Why would I not know your name, obviously? First career dub at Riviera and a elevated event, which is fantastic for his career. Believe gets him into into all the majors now for this season. And I'm sure we'll definitely get him into the top 50. So Dude was born December 6, 1999, people. 26 years old. He's a young one, right? He's out there with, I think, Akshay is young. And got her up, obviously, is young. So, obviously, Akshay hasn't got it done this year yet, but I think Akshay will get it done this year. Goddard's obviously got it done a couple times this year, and then now Bridgeman was obviously some of the people's picks. So, 52nd now in world ranking, moving on right on up. That win will obviously moving on up. Also, I don't know if that's live. It's a good question. Is that live now, or is that world ranking after that win? Whatever. But great performance by him, especially after what it was last week. If you remember Pebble, he was the guy that was down in the pebbles on 18 last week. So shout out. I think there's a really interesting picture going on right now of him last week was down in the pebbles, and 7 days later he's shaking hands with Mr. Eldrick Woods, getting the tournament done, won. So I kind of thought he was going to blow it there on 18, to be fully honest with you guys. If you guys were watching, you could tell that his putt on 18 was someone that was thinking about that they had a golf tournament on the line right there. Hit about 3 feet short, and it was in my head. So there were Rory, and then I think, who else? Somebody else got up there. Oh, Kitayama. Kitayama got to 17 also. I knew it wasn't Adam Scott. I knew it was somebody else. Adam Scott got to 16. I made that great eagle to get to 16 also. But he makes a bogey there on 18. Is that 3-footer? He pushes it out a little bit right, which is obviously he's a professional, but everyone's missed short putts, especially with their massive personal line, right? $20 million purses on the line. He doesn't get all that, but that is I thought it was that first one. He walked up there nice and confidently, just hit a good stroke in, but I was just picturing it just blading an edge right there and missing an edge really quick, and it going to a 3-man playoff for at 17, which would have been fun. Get Rory in the playoff would have been fun. Rory looked good. Could not get his putter working whatsoever today. Rory's putter was an issue. I mean, not an issue today. He was 4 under today, but a lot of chances today. He just, it started. I think it definitely worked on 18. Obviously, made that long one. I think he made one on 17 also. So just a little too late for Rory. But he looks good. Looks like he's riding it for me. I was talking a lot of shit on him. I think I told him, I picked him to miss the cut and the non-cut last week. But I was watching him in the Hero World. His putter looked atrocious. When he was playing, I think the Dubai Championship, I think it was. Terrible. Or maybe the Irish Open, whatever it was. Whatever was open, he looked disgusting. He looked like he could not hit fucking water out of a goddamn boat. So I wouldn't say he looked like that today. He was making everything that he should make, but it was just more like those ones that Bridgeman, he was one over there, right? So he did not go out there and light the world on fire, right? He was playing defensive golf, right? So it was up there to win. I mean, Kitayama was 7 under. It was a 62. Jesus Christ. A 64. Hell of a round by Kitayama. But Rory just came up a little bit short, But great round. I like Riviera. I think Riviera is a fantastic 18th finishing hole, where it kind of is. It's almost like it's made for TV, with kind of the people kind of can collect on the hillside, and you have the beautiful clubhouse in the background. It's kind of like on an elevator from the cameras are, so you're looking it up ways, which is a very just cool view of it. So just from that ways of Riviera, I really liked it. So, I always really like it. I love playing it on the well, I don't think it's on the sim. We play it on the Road to the Masters. So I like playing on the Road to the Masters. It's always a really fun one. But that is that is Riviera. I'm sure. Oh, let's just do a quick leaderboard. Kind of crazy. Jason Day +5 didn't make the cut. Same thing with JJ, didn't make the cut. +5. Got up at +3 is a little crazy. Keegan's been struggling +3. I feel bad for Keegan. I don't know this for sure, but he's been struggling this year so far, and I can't imagine the crowds are being super nice to him. I can't imagine he's in his own brain being super nice to himself after what happened at Bethpage. So I feel bad, but Keegan's been struggling so far this year. Maverick, wow. Neely didn't make the cut, and obviously Sam Burns too. It's a little crazy. I mean, Riviera those greens are so tricky, and he's such a good putter. You would have thought that he would have a better chance, but no, there, sir. So, shout out also my nice round by my boy. There he is. T12. Yes, T12. How is everyone T12? Oh, yeah. Everyone's at 6. He was at 5. So, shout out my boy T12 at Jordan Spieth. Had a good round today. He looked like he was getting back in form a little bit. 11 under for the tournament. Excited to see Jordan the rest of this year. I think he was started to really play his game where he's going over himself and he's getting up and down like crazy. So he just kind of dials it in a little bit. And still has that putter working like it's been. I think he'll pull one off this year. So Jordan, I'm pulling for you. I think you'll get one done this year for sure. I would like to see you return to form at Augusta. Shake that demon off your back of the 12th hole. That was where young Kyle, and as a golf fan, just destroyed me. That when Jordan put in the water there on 12, I think that was 2015, maybe 2016. That broke young Kyle's little heart and made me so sad. So tough one. But maybe this is a year for Jordan. Moving on. So this always, we're in the season now where we have these elevated events where the elevated events are obviously. It's a harder field to get into one, so not everyone's into it. You have to make it. So I don't know what the fuck that was. So you have the elevated events, and then you have back and forth, right? Pebble Beach and Riviera were both elevated events. So this week we have you could argue something. If you don't know, you could definitely argue that the talent drops off a little bit. I'm not saying even anything crazy, right? Is that some of the top players in the world are skipping this one and will be ready for 2 weeks for Bay Hill. That's the next signature event. So this is also for some younger, not younger, but some lower guys in the field as them a chance. But it should be an interesting week. If you don't remember from last year, it's at PGA National, and PGA National is one of the most interesting 3-hole stretches in all of golf. The Bear Trap is what it's called, right? And you'll remember this as you start seeing it. NBC is gonna be hammering this week with the coverage of it because it is a fantastic thrills of golf with risk reward, and there's balls flying in the water everywhere. It's hole 15, which is a par 3 over the water. Hole 16, which is a par 4 with water along the sides, and then another par 3 with another massive pond, right? Very entertaining to watch. I love seeing people hit on the water. Makes me feel better because when I hit it, I'm like, hey, that's what I do. That's what you guys do. That's what I do. Don't take over my job, right? I hit in the water. That's what I'm good at. But I like to watch these guys, and then I think you see some just absolutely amazing up and downs that they make after they hit on the water at some of these holes. It is golf to be played when some of these guys hit in the water and still some of those putts. Obviously, you want to make eagle putts, you want to make birdie putts. But you have a putt when you just put in the water and you're trying to avoid a double. Those are knee knockers right there. So there's gonna be a lot of knee knockers coming up this week with people trying to have just a putt to save a bogey and keep a relatively clean card Right. So that will be a great. Just a little stats on the bear trap for you guys. Over 1,900 golf balls have been in the bear trap since 2007 at PGA National in tournament play. Sorry, I was running the stat. This was the next stat I was reading. Don't think I. That is relative. Okay. But the field was a combined, in 2022, was a combined 238 over par. Think about how good those guys are and how much that is over par for the field, right? That's almost most of these guys. That's not everyone. 100 people make birdies, right? So that's a lot of people making doubles and triples. So that bear trap is gonna be a lot of fun this week. Obviously, shout out Jack Nicklaus. Can't talk about PGA National without talking about Jack Nicklaus. He is the famous redesign in 2014. I think was really around the bear trap, and really is I think the perfect thing to say about it is exactly what is on the plaque as you come up to the bear trap. It says, it should be won or lost right here. Which, if you have a hole in golf, you are thinking about that hole in golf right now. I've never played the PGA National. I would love to. Shout out PGA National, have me down. But everyone knows a course where there's a hole that has a spot, or a couple of holes, maybe just maybe a shot where you win and lose matches on that one. I'm thinking in my head, if you ever played Stonewall Orchard and Gray's Lake, the 18th hole is somewhere where you win or lose a golf match, right? If it's coming down to 18, it's going to be won or lost on that 18th hole, from a variety of shots, right? Your drive into a narrow opening, or your approach shot coming to the water, right? Like, I love those holes where it's almost like a risk reward, and it's begging you, if you have a chance to win this match, you hit some good golf shots, you're winning this match. If you play tame, you're gonna lose this match, right? Like, this is not, these hard holes are designed to be attacked, and even when they're sometimes attacked, they're bogeyed. When they're laid back and you're hanging up, you're still bogeying them. But what it does is it elevates the play, right? These holes are asking you where you're currently playing. It's asking you to take your play and raise it a bar, which I love of a golf course, right? When it asks you to hit a harder shot than you've hit before, and it feels like it's kind of a crescendo, I would say, of a round, right? You feel it get harder and harder and harder. So let's back to Kyle's. Okay. And welcome back to Kyle's Gambling Show. We are switching it up, people. Okay? I know that I said we've been bad, right? And we have been bad. I'll fully say it. Remember, I said hand up, and I will say hand up again. I've been bad, right? 4 for 16 is not great. But this is the week, people, we turn it around. And why? Because I have blind faith that this is the week we turn it around. So here we are. This week, my pick to win the Cognizant Classic is Ben Griffin. Okay? Mr. Ben Griffin is my pick to win the Cognizant this week. And you would say, so Ben Griffin to win. Why? Vibes. And DraftKings has good odds for him, and vibes. I like the way he's been putting. I saw him play there. I think he made a good eagle. I think that was him. Made it. If he did, you know what? He made a good eagle. And and I like the way that the man has been playing golf. So we are going to win with Mr. Ben Griffin, okay? We're going to do 2 top 10s, okay? One is going to be a little chalky. Shane Lowry. We have Shane Lowry to place the top 10. Shane seems like he kind of does well in some of these off fields, like usually. He seems like it's like he's been there before. He knows his game, and he knows when to kind of attack. It seems like he's always up there top of the leaderboard at these. Okay. I like Ryan Gerard. We're not going to pick Ryan Gerard. I like Cashmere Keith to finish top 10, but we're going to stay away from Cashmere. We're going to take a little bit of flyer. Here we are in the Florida stretch, his home. He's been back for a while, got it in. He's maybe got the little nerves post-live coming off. I think Brooks Koepka finally has a good week. Okay? I think Brooks comes through with a top 10 victory this week. I think the Florida stretch, home courses for him. I think he is a couple weeks kind of took him to round his game into maybe more of what he was used to. I think it's there. I'm excited to see him place in top 10 this week. I do like Willie Z. I don't hate Jaeger. I don't hate. These are top 10s, by the way. I'd love to see Gary Woodland get up there, but he hasn't been playing well. Billy Horschel, same thing with him. And then also, I would love for Shipley to get a top 10. So that's the list of people that we're just rooting for in my brain, but we're not going with Kyle's vibe gambling pick. Joe Highsmith is plus 1,700 to be top 10, plus 35,000 to win the tournament last year's tournament. He hasn't been playing well, but maybe take a flyer on that. And that's that. All right. Where is... So the other guy, I think he has a sponsor exemption this week, is Blades Brown, the 18-year-old. So excited to see what... We're not going to gamble on Blades. You know what? Yeah, we'll say Blades Brown to make the cut. And we'll take Max Homa to make the cut, too. So I know I said we're going to do less picks, but I lied. Ben Griffin to win. Shane Lowry, top 10. Brooks Koepka, top 10. You know what? No. Brooks Koepka. We're going to change. Brooks Koepka in 20. Shout out. Shout out. We're changing this. Brooks Koepka is going to be a top 20 pick now. And then 2 make the cut picks. We have... Who is texting me right now? Oh. And Blades Brown and Maximilius Homa to make the cut. So those are picks this week. We'll be watching. This is where our sickos are now in here. This is also now great golf season when now no more Olympics. Preseason baseball's going, but hockey and basketball will be back, but they're not really ramping up to the playoffs. It's the kind of the last stretch before March Madness. So this is a sicko week for watching the Cognizant Classic. I'll be dialed in this week if you would like to, watch that. I will be. And we are getting really close. I think next week is the first F1 race. I think so. Yeah. No. Damn it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is the first. So next week we're recording March 1st. And then I think that race is the following weekend. So we'll do a little race preview weekend too. So I was also that we'll do a little race preview too next weekend for the first, I believe, the Australian Grand Prix. Let's make sure. Let me reset if it's the week after. Melbourne, yes, it is the Saturday. Yes. Australian Grand Prix. Hell yeah. So, we are in Australia for the first race of the Formula One season. My McLaren team was looking good in previews. Saw that a little bit. Not that I know a lot, because I'm dumb. But what I saw, it looked good. I don't really know anything, but from what I saw from the Instagram post, from their official Instagram post, Lando looks fast. What comes out? Drive to Survive drops this week, so excited to watch that. Binge watch, I think this comes out that's Friday, so binge watch some Drive to Survive. Excited to see that this season. There's some interesting with papaya rules. I've been watching a lot of F1 YouTube, so excited to see now the whole actual Netflix and with the whole Christian Horner debacle and that whole thing. Excited to see with how the behind the coverage looks like of that. But I think it should be a good week. I think it should be a really good week of the first week of the season. So I'm excited to kind of really dive in to F1 and see a lot more of see some of these it's how it goes in the season. I'm sorry, I'm looking at these cars. Just look so cool. What cars look? The Cadillac car does look cool. The black and white looks kind of sweet. So I am like that. I've always loved orange. Big fan. The Racing Bulls teams look sweet. Red Bull obviously always has the good, but the Racing Bulls team, the white with the Red Bull looks sweet. The Ferrari car looks like shit. I do like the white of the Williams. Ooh, the Alpine car, little pink's a little bit better. Aston Martin kind of is okay. Audi, Mercedes is okay too. But yeah. So most of them are okay besides Ferrari. This Ferrari car just looks so bad. It's just, it has so much potential. It just looks so bad. People, if you're watching this, you are currently at around the 30-minute of the podcast. So I am going to do my absolute best to stop talking in the next 5 to 6 minutes so we can keep this as not being super crazy. So we're going to start closing the tabs that I've talked about. That's good, right? Oh, damn it. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, we talked about the bear trap. Close that out. We talked about Bridgeman and Pebble Beach last week. We did the picks for this week. Close that out. Oh, Tiger. Ooh, we didn't talk about Tiger yet. Mr. Eldrick was on the broadcast this week, and they asked him if he was going to be down at Augusta, or if he can be in the Masters. So he responded, I know I'll be there. We're going to open the patch. Tiger playing the Masters, people? Is Tiger Woods playing in the Masters, people? But we're going to get real excited and we're going to go 6 at midnight real quick if we see Mr. Eldrick Wood teaming up in the Masters. Would love to see him get a TGL start in there before. But would love to see Tiger tee it up at Augusta, even though it's going to be tough. It's a lot of walking for his back. I can't see it being that, but so shout out USA Hockey. Also, that was a morning. So this morning it's like 6, 7, 18. 12 hours ago, I was already sitting at a bar drinking a screwdriver, watching USA Hockey. And at 1 hour, 12 hours ago today. So it's been a day today, people. It has been a long day. But so watching USA Hockey, congrats to the USA men's and women's team. Fantastic. Both of them with OT winners. And the men's was pretty fun. We went to a local bar by us, and we got there, and there was just a couple people there, and it started people started piling in, and they're like, all of a sudden I turned around, and like the entire bar was full. And everyone was going crazy for the overtime winner and high five and music and everyone's like that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool experience. It hasn't happened in a very long time here. So to see what it's going to do for the next generation of kind of young hockey players, what it's going to do for kind of going forward for the Four Nations next year is going to be really cool. I think they've done a great job with that. The NHL has done a great job with that, and the Olympics obviously have done such job in pushing up the hockey to being the last thing of the Olympics, and it really kind of becoming about for it seems like a lot of the athletes even kind of go to the hockey game, kind of like the basketball game, right? It's like those are the kind of the pillars, right? Of the summer, you have the gold medal basketball game being the pillar, and the winter you have the hockey game being the pillar of it. So it was great to see. Happy for them, happy for the entire team. I think that most of them obviously are NHL players, not different than the Miracle team, but that kind of would make your kind of career, I would imagine, right, for a lot of these guys. In terms of, they probably don't have to go to make your career in terms of, you don't have to buy a drink for the rest of your life anywhere. Being an Olympic gold medalist, I have to imagine, is maybe not one of the things that's on as your childhood dream, as much as a Stanley Cup is, but I would imagine it's right on up there with the amazing things you can have on your trophy case. Especially for a USA Hockey, right? There's how many years of USA Hockey has tried to beat Canada, has not done it. So for them to finally climb that hump, it has to be for them one of the cooler moments of their life. So I hope for them it is. It sure looked like it on TV, that's for sure. So Winter Olympic Games, a great 2 weeks. Sad's over. I liked having the Olympics on. I wouldn't say I was super into any one sport in particular, but I just like to put them on. And whenever it's on for the day, watching primetime, I more like when it's in our time zone, so I don't have to watch a replay of them. I like watching everything live. But great watching that. I think the next one's in LA, so we'll be lucky there. Yeah, so we're all done there. So, yeah, congrats. Great. Norway beat number one in the medal count, 41 medals, beat our ass. I don't feel like it's not super fair because they are just, it's like, they're all designed for those sports, right? They're like Arctic skiers. They have to ski to go get bread in the morning. So it's not super fair, right? When you have to ski to get bread in the morning in Norway, you're going to be a good skier, right? They're just doing fucking moguls just to go get milk and eggs in the morning in Norway. So I would say we got the first place, really, because I don't know why. Norway technically won, but we're going to just say that. People, we are nearing the end here, and welcome. That was the show. We've officially entered the post-show. And there's one thing left that I want to talk about. And it's this little freaking monkey in Japan. This tiny little monkey in Japan. Baby Punch. I have never liked an animal in the zoo in Japan. I have never liked an animal as much as I like this Baby Punch the monkey. I love this monkey, people. Okay? I love this monkey. Baby Punch is everything, okay? Punch versus the world, okay? If you don't know who Punch is, you're missing out, okay? Go look up on a variety of platforms and look up about Punch the monkey, okay? Because it is very sad, right? It's like his mom abandoned him. And he got this little plush monkey, and he's like, whenever he's sad or he's whenever he's sad or like frightened, he takes his little monkey and he sniffs up with a little monkey. So cute. But that monkey, and people bully the monkey, but fuck those people, right? Because Punch is a monkey that just punches right back, and I've seen the future, and Punch grows up to be. I watched a documentary about this one time. It might have been a future documentary about. I think it was called Planet of the Apes. So this documentary is about what America is going to be in, could be like 2028 at this rate. And it's ruled by Punch the Monkey. And Punch the Monkey rules the world over us lowly civilians with his AI best friend. And I've seen that movie. And I honestly, at this rate, this movie's a better reality than we have. So I'm team Monkeys taking over, team Punch for life. That's been the Kyle Suchsland Show. Thank you for another great episode. I am Kyle Suchsland because this is my show. So if you would like to come on, send me the information on Instagram, wherever. And watch the Cognizant. Go watch Punch the Monkey. And if you happen to be the monkey that's bullying Punch, I would like you to know I'm going to beat your ass, monkey.